Hello everyone, we are from Group 5 and we are presenting the article entitled Cancer Awareness and Socio-Economic Position Results from a Population-Based Study in Denmark, written by 4 authors from Denmark. So, here is our table of contents listing the flow of this presentation. We will start with the introduction, introducing the authors, background, and the aim of this research. Next, methodology, explaining the methods used in this research. Then, the result and the discussion of this research. And lastly, the conclusion. Before introducing the authors, I would like to introduce all the Group 5 members. First of all, I am Yu Kai and my matrix number is A182968. And my group members are Nuri Shafika Sabri and Lau Ho Kian. And their matrix number are A181336 and A180074 respectively. As what I have mentioned earlier, there are 4 authors for this article. 3 out of the 4 authors are Line Witzberg, Annetta Fischer-Patterson, and Peter Westad are from the Research Center for Cancer Diagnosis in Primary Care, in short, CAP, Research Unit for General Practice, Department of Public Health in Aarhus University. Line Witzberg is also from the Section for General Medical Practice, Department of Public Health in Aarhus University. And the remaining author is Christian Nelson Wolf, is from the Department of Oncology of the Aarhus University Hospital. Here is a little background on this study. So, differences in cancer awareness between individuals may explain the differences in healthcare seeking behavior and subsequently the differences in cancer survival. As a response, it's critical to examine cancer awareness and to investigate possible variances in cancer awareness among specific population subgroups. And the aim of this study is to assess awareness of cancer symptoms, risk factors, and perceived 5-year survival from bowel, breast, ovarian, and lung cancer in a Danish population sample and to analyze the association between these factors and several register-based SEP indicators. Next is the methods. So, the survey consists of a 20-minute computer-assisted telephone interview using the awareness and beliefs about cancer measure, in short, ABC measure. The English version of the ABC measure was translated into Danish according to WHO translation criteria, which included a forward and backward translation. The initial target study population are set to 1,000 respondents with age range from 30 to 49 years old and 2,000 respondents with age range from 50 years old and above. A random study base consisting of 20,000 people with age range from 30 to 49 years old and 40,000 people with age range from 50 years old and above using the Danish Civil Registration System, in short, Danish CRS. Out of the 60,000 people, 6,570 people, which is 11%, are excluded due to research protection, 6,309 people excluded due to no obtainable phone number, and 55 people excluded due to update from CRS. Thus, there are 12,934 persons are excluded and 47,066 people, which is equivalent to 78.4% out of the 60,000, are eligible for being contacted to answer the ABC measure. And this is the flow chart of the survey population sampling. The survey is conducted from 31st of May to 4th of July in the year of 2011. 1 up to 7 occasions, each person was reached on different weekdays and hours.
Next, I would like to discuss about the response rate, which is one of the results of this research article. In order to have 1,000 respondents aged 30 to 49 years old and 2,000 respondents aged 50 years old and above, a random sample of 11,297 persons are approached. But finally, the response rate is only 36.7%, and the higher proportion of respondents were females. As you can see, the total number of persons eligible and made contact to are only 8,167, but the respondents that completed the interviews are only 3,000 persons. Next, I would like to talk about the awareness of cancer symptoms. The two most well-known symptoms are appearance of mole and unexplained lump or swelling. 97.2% and 94.3% of the respondents has chosen these two symptoms. And the two less known symptoms are unexplained night sweats and sore that does not heal. Only 15.6% and 67.8% of the respondents chosen these two symptoms. The median number of cancer symptoms recognized by respondents was 9 out of 11. In this factor, men immigrant, low-level education, outside labor force, low household income, and no close relatives with cancer people has higher PR value compared to the opposite side. Next, I would like to talk about the awareness of risk factors for cancer. The two highest awareness of risk factors for cancer are smoking and sunbed, where 96.5% and 95.5% of respondents has chosen these two factors. In contrast, only 23.6% and 41% of the respondents have chosen HPV infection and intake of less than 5 daily portions of fruit and vegetables as the risk factors for cancer. The median number of risk factors recognized by respondents was 9 out of 13. Again, men, low-level education, outside labor force, and low household income people has higher PR value compared to the other categories.
So let's start with the very first part, the awareness of the 5-year survival from different types of cancer. So these are the percentage of the respondents that are underestimated about the survival of cancer. However, there are about 86% and 78% of people overestimated the ovarian and lung cancer respectively, and almost half of the respondents are underestimated for the breast cancer. From the table given, it is stated that people outside the labor force has lack awareness compared to people within the labor force. And for bowel cancer, low and middle people with a low middle and income has lack awareness compared to people with a high income. So, and also people with no close relative with cancer has lack awareness compared to people with close relative with cancer. This is because people with close relative with cancer, they have more experience and more aware because they are able to see their relative who has cancer being diagnosed. And next is lung and ovarian cancer. It seems that women are more aware compared to men. Next is discussion. So a strong socio-economic gradient was found in cancer awareness, like as I stated in the slide. And for example, people with a low education level and a low household income were more likely to have a lower awareness of possible cancer symptom factors that like influence the risk of getting cancer and the growing risk of getting cancer with age than people with a high level education and also with a high household income. In this discussion, we also realized that the most recognized cancer sign of cancer are lump or swelling because they are visible, so people are able to see it, so it's easier to recognize. And the second one is the most well-known risk factor is the sunbed usage and smoking, because I think for smoking people are familiar with it. We tend to hear it from the TV, social media, and so on. And the least recognized symptoms are sweats and infection with HPV. So in this discussion, it also stated that the majority of the respondents tended to think that people of any age were equally likely to be diagnosed with cancer. Although most people were aware of the 5-year survival rates for bowel and breast cancer, only a tiny number of people correctly recognized the 5-year survival rates for ovarian and lung cancer. A key strength of the present study was the use of the Danish Civilization Registration System, in which it contains the complete information on any Danish resident, dates of birth, gender, migration. So these are the strength for it. And for the use of the Danish CRS, it enabled the team to define a study based on 60,000 of persons and also provide a precise and valid insight into variables that may be related to cancer awareness. And each indicator also contribute with unique information regarding association with awareness. And for limitation, it's only 36.7% agreed to participate in the study, and they could only collect it by calculate the data by using a telephone interview instead of web page interview or also the social media interview. However, by having a telephone interview, people has a low possibility to do some research during interview. And next, the estimation of actual awareness would be much lower because the respondents are likely to be female, younger, married, with a high education, so which means that it causes a selection bias. Next is for implications and conclusions. So for implications, cancer-related behavior has been demonstrated to be positively connected with creating awareness. It is necessary to investigate how to solve the current inequalities in cancer awareness and how to address this problem in future public health strategies. So in conclusion, making healthcare choices for a suspected cancer system is a difficult process that is influenced by a lot more than just being aware. As a result, the current study should be seen as a part of a wider body of work looking at potential links between SCP indicators and other variables that may be impact cancer-related behavior, such as cancer belief and psychological and practical obstacle to seeking healthcare. That's all for us. Thank you.